Welcome back to Behind the Design. My name is Joshua Gillow, and today we're going to talk about modern farmhouse. Modern farmhouse style meets outdoor living. Now, we know modern farmhouse has been a very popular design style for new homes, and even older homes that are being refreshed and revived, right? They're bringing it into this new age of the whites and the blacks and the grays and the browns, and it's such a beautiful mix. Now, as designers, we have to also be very thoughtful in that we aren't just designing spaces the way we want them, but that don't really fit or flow well with the house. We have to make sure that these spaces feel like they were built with the house in mind. So as you see here, we want to show you the space that we recently built and some of the details that we put into the space to connect and lock in that modern farmhouse style. So with modern farmhouse, like I said, you have your whites, your blacks, your grays, your browns. So we wanted to make sure they were well represented out here in this outdoor living space. So what we did here for the ceiling is we brought in some of this rustic barnwood, which gives us this beautiful contrast because it's so gnarly and so old world, and it feels like it could tell you a story of 100 years of being in the weather, right? But then you mix it in with this new smoother material, this wainscoting ceiling, again bringing in the more modern in order to help with that contrast. It makes it even more powerful statement. And then we mix in a nice modern ceiling fan here with clean, sleek lines to pull all those pieces together right here in the ceiling section. Now, you can see here on even the railings, we're gonna go, the posts and railings, we're dealing with white and black. That's ultimately the goal, taking the whites from the houses and the black from the house and bringing it in. Now, the way this lays out here with the railing is we have screen here as well, so that when it's buggy like it is right now outside, they stay outside, and this becomes a room that is fully controlled. No mosquitoes, no flies. You can sit out here with your family and not have to worry about all that craziness. It's all handled, right? So the reason why we put these railings inside and the screens beyond is because when you have a pet that runs up and hits, your dog hits here, there's a barrier. It doesn't go through the screen. Same with kids, they come running along here and they bounce off the railing, that's fine. They can't touch the screens. So it protects the screens, and that's why we don't put the railings on the outsides and the screens on the inside. It's a safety net for the screens themselves. So just a little thought, if you're gonna do this, make sure you put your railings on the inside and your screens on the outside. Now, you transition over here and you're looking at a wall. We did a wall here in more of a stucco concrete finish. Kind of give us a bit more of that, almost like a retro 70s feel, especially when we slide over here to these wooden slats, these upright slats. This was actually the homeowner's idea. We can't take a ton of credit for this. They came to us and said, you know, we have this wall we're gonna have there. Is there a way that we can spice it up a little bit? And they sent us a picture with some slats on. We said, why not just do some slats right here? Break it up, give it a little bit more of that contemporary feel. But again, that modern farmhouse, it can have a couple of different flexibilities built into it with materials in order to make it more interesting, right? Even like this mantle space here. We don't need a mantle technically because there's no fireplace underneath. The mantle's design is to put stuff up on top and deflect any heat from the TV. That's why we would put a mantle in place. But here, there's actually still nails in here. This came out of a barn. Somewhere in the United States, this was taken out of a barn. It was repurposed now, and it still has nails in it, which could have held just about anything. It could have held a wrench, could have held anything right there, right? So it's been repurposed now, but it brings that gnarly naturalness and the brown color into this modern farmhouse environment. TV, same way, black. We've got the white of the concrete behind it. Same thing with the pass-through windows on the side, so we can allow natural light in. It gives us that effect of windows like you're inside of a house, but all they do is block wind, and they block all the moisture from coming in, and it creates this space that feels more like the inside of a house, right? So these little details help. We could have just done no windows at all in there and just a flat wall, but then it wouldn't feel like a room, would it? It would feel like a wall. And that's not what we're going for here. We're going for a space that feels like you're inside and outside at the same time. So your soul can feel, revitalized by having the wind and hearing nature outside, but not having to deal with the crap you have to deal with outside, like the heat and the bugs and the rain and all that kind of stuff. So we can control that in this outdoor living space by thinking of things like feature walls and attached roof systems like this, and also screening in our environment with this roof system. We're actually screened under the deck too, so the bugs don't try to come up from underneath either. So this is a fully encapsulated space, just like inside the house, but outside, and you get nature to come into you on your terms. So this translates all the way over, and again, you can see the original home here, where we have the black and the white combination, and that just bleeds directly in here. So if you have a modern farmhouse style house, or you're thinking or love that style house, there are many ways we can incorporate the right materials and design aesthetic into an outdoor living space, so it feels like the inside transfers directly outside, and you just built an incredible addition to your home, not some stupid little deck or patio. That's really the goal here, is that extension where it's almost invisible. So if you guys are planning a space and you're saying, my house is just a little bit too tight, I'd really love to work outside, but I don't like the bugs, I don't like the sun, I don't like the rain, and I really want to make sure I can get into this more modern farmhouse style, reach out to us. It's a style that we love to work with, and a lot of our clients work in that environment, and we really enjoy coming up with ideas that'll do that for you. So take a look at our website, mymasterplan.com, and we'd love to help you on your journey as we discover the very best way to extend your living from inside to outside.